I never took the time to consider what might happen if I came out. I never really thought about it. I didn't think it through. I just did it. Because I had to. I got home from my mission in '86, and exactly 2 years later I came out. And when I was engaged to the girl I was going to marry, because I was supposed to, and mind you, I was engaged 3 times.
Same person or different people?
All 3 different girls. And broke it off with each one of them. And in a very crafty way, I made sure it was their decision, not mine. Because then it could never come back on me. It's because he's gay. Anyway, so when I was I was supposed to marry this girl, and she was a great girl. She performed at Lagoon with me. She was one of these girls, singer. And I just was like, when it dawned on me, I'm going to ruin her life. If I marry her, I'm going to ruin her life. And that's not fair. She deserves to be able to marry somebody who's going to want her more than anything in the whole wide world, you know, drink her bathwater and such. And I thought she was awesome and groovy, but I knew it wasn't that. And I knew I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And that really is what that made up my mind for me. It just put everything in motion to come out. And I couldn't not. I don't know. I always look at people that are in their 40s sometimes and still like on the DL, and I mean, it's like, come on, you guys. You don't think people don't know? You're crazy.
That's gonna be your whole life. You're gonna live like that your whole life.
No, I couldn't do it. I could do it to myself. I could be all by myself, destroyed for whatever reason, but I could not drag a wife and then children, because I knew I'd have to have children to prove that I was a good Mormon boy too. I have a friend that makes fun of me. Well, he passed away, but he made fun of me forever for coming out of the closet on a Harley, doing a doing a wheelie. That's what he said. He goes, "You didn't just come out. You came out popping a wheelie on a Harley," because I went from
0
to 100 miles an hour, West Hollywood style, like that. Because I went, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's who I'm supposed to be, is this person. And I immersed myself in it completely, bought into the Church of West Hollywood, like, this is how you do it, this is what happens. I go to the gym, I have this body, I go to these clubs, I do da-da-da-da, I only date these people, and I was completely into it for about 2 years. And I realized I didn't like that either. And then I just relaxed. And I don't know how many people would say to me, "Wow, you don't seem gay like you don't gay." And I'd go, "What does that mean?" "Oh, you mean I'm supposed to be prancing around and being really fey and all this stuff?" I said, "Why? I inherited all of the things from my father that my brothers, my straight brothers, didn't. Building, carpentry, anything that has to do with construction, love it. All this gardening stuff, I do it all. I love that stuff, and people think it's so weird that I can fix my car. I can change the oil, and I know how to do things like most straight guys do. Not even all straight guys, but I mean, that are, because I just picked it up from my dad. But it's like they think I'm overcompensating or trying.
Right.
I'm just me. I definitely remember those moments where I go, your life as you thought it was going to be as a child growing up, and how your parents told you it was going to be, is not going to be. And the realization of that is no longer my life. It's kind of like, it's like bursting a bubble. It's the same way that parents have to go through when their kids come out. It's their image of their perfect child is dispelled, and now they have to put the pieces back together and make this correct child that they actually have. And it's the same. We have to go through it too personally. You have to like break that image apart and then put it back together to who you really are. And it was very disheartening at an age where I was, especially late teens and even early 20s. My mission was horrid for my self-esteem and who am I, what the hell am I doing, which end is up. All I knew was I could hold on to this. I could perform. I kind of made a name for myself in little tiny Rexburg for my performing abilities. People kind of knew who that Whiteman kid was. I could kind of hang my hat on that. My dad was Phil Whiteman from Ricks College Religion Department. You know, it's like everybody kind of knew. So that's all I could hang my hat on. That's all I knew who I was. That's it. And that I was secretly gay, which was terrifying to me. Because I knew that if anybody ever found out. But I have zero regrets. Because it couldn't have been any other way. I don't know how it could have been in any other way other than I fake being straight and destroy some. I mean, I would have been the size of a house, depressed, on Xanax, if not already had committed suicide for trying to live that life. I would have been miserable.
And we know this because we see it.
Oh, yeah.
We see it happen to people all the time.
I know way too many of my friends that have come out to me and refused to do it to anybody else. And I don't know what to say to them. You've chosen to live this life instead. And I wish you the best. I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? I was mortified, though, when I was told that I had to confess these sins before I went on my mission, and had to apologize and get forgiveness from those who I had transgressed against.
Which is who?
Those who I had had some kind of sexual activity.
Well, you're not transgressing against them.
That was so stupid, but to go up to, I went to the two people that really I messed around with the most. And although those two people, well, a couple of times with one and a whole lot with the other one. But they would have rather that I shot them between the eyes than even bring it up all those years later. And I didn't feel any better or like there was a release, you know, the burden lifted because I confessed and asked for their forgiveness for my hideous ways, which they both instigated. But I probably put out a vibe. But anyway, I was good at manipulation back then. The best thing about being gay to me now, the benefits are, because of all of the crap you go through, you know, internal angst and all that, going through all those channels to try and survive it, right? It made me realize that it made me a stronger person, able to cope with a lot of different things with a smile on my face, and bring it on, you know, I can take a lot of crap coming my way, and it's no big deal, and juggle it all. That's one of the benefits that seems to be a common denominator in a lot of gay men that I know. We can really throw us a lot of shit and we'll go, you know, multitask away. And it's great. You get the benefits of being a male, you know, which, believe me, if anybody thinks that gay men are not male, they're so wrong. All the things that make straight men, it's all happening in gay men as well. They also have the other side of a female accessibility that they then multitask with. And just, you end up being a much more well-rounded person. I think it's, right. I can't imagine being any other way. And I actually relish it. I like it a lot. And I've told my family that many a time. They're all cool about it now. On all of my nieces and nephews, it's my favorite part. They think I'm the greatest. I'm that gay uncle that lives in California.